to see you act like an adult one day rather than just a cheerleader. It'd be nice to see you say, yeah, Apple should offer Blu-ray burners in their products. Yeah, I think Apple should offer, Nvidia cards in their products. And it's actually Apple's fault why they're not in there.
Okay, is this thing on? Oh, okay, it's on. Okay. I bet you're wondering why I ran that old video of put down your pom poms, blah blah blah. Well, anyways, this is a sort of a late reply to Adobe PC, or just me just saying a few things. First of all, I don't know what the fuck Adobe PC smoking when he said what he said about Nvidia. Uh, Apple not putting Nvidia in any of the products, because if you check their MacBooks and their MacBook Pros, they're still selling Nvidia products. But they have stopped in the Mac Pros and in some of the other products, and as well as the newer products. So basically, Nvidia is being phased out, and I'm going to get to that in a bit. And also, why Apple hasn't used DVD burners, which is a very, very easy question to answer. But anyways, if any of you haven't, I don't know, kept up with the news, you would have known that, well, actually, this is funny because Adobe PC gets most of its sources from, say, Wikipedia. And just to let you know that when you look up Nvidia on Wikipedia and look at the very bottom, you'll see in that 2008 Nvidia had a lot of failures. And I mean, all laptops and notebooks ranging from Dell, HP, and Apple. This isn't just Apple's fault. This happened through Dell and HP as well, and it was just cataclysmic in a sort of way. And yeah, I said cataclysmic. But anyways, it was pretty messed up. And if WPC would have delved in it more, he would have noticed that Nvidia was getting sued by most of these customers, and it was pretty bad. And from what I understand, the customers basically won, and in the trial ended like in early 2011, which I think was pretty much last month. So yeah, Nvidia has fucked itself, and Apple has disconnected themselves from Nvidia. Also, adding into insult is the fact that Intel is suing Nvidia, something about an integrated controller or something like that. But yeah, Intel has decided to take in Nvidia to court. I don't know much about the lawsuit, but it's pretty nasty. But yeah, and also since Intel is working on something called Sandy Bridge, which will be a CPU slash GPU rolled into one, which is pretty much what all the chip makers are doing, including Nvidia, from what I understand, are all making their integrated CPU slash GPU chips, merging them into one. In fact, you can kind of see that in the slim model of the new Xbox 360, just to let you know that it has an integrated. They turned the GPU into a sort of a die. Of course, they got rid of their LED lights in the front where the red ring of death. Now it's the red dot of death. But yeah, now as for Blu-ray, this is Gareth Hall, and I am sorry for the crappy picture. But there is a point to this. Anyways, Gareth Hall, a long time ago, did a pretty competent video on which he asked a very simple question: why doesn't Macs have Blu-ray in them? And of course, I replied in a two-part video, but another YouTuber whose name you can see here, DrSunnz, actually did a much more better reply video than mine. Mine was pretty shitty, but oh well. Well, I'm not going to show you his video, but I will leave the link in the bottom of the description. It's down below, so you can go check it out for yourself and watch his video reply to Gareth Hall. in which he brings up DRMs, which is the problem. Yes, I'm well aware of the fact that DRMs are inside of iMovie, I mean, inside of iTunes, but you got to understand the DRMs that are in, well, Blu-ray are, it's a bit confusing and it's not really all that well regulated. Um, it's really hard to explain, but when the people who are putting Blu-ray together are in the compression files, basically jammed a shitload of DRMs in there, and Apple just didn't want to be a part of that mess, so they rightfully said no to the whole thing. And since that day, Apple has not instigated any kind of Blu-ray into any of their Macs. But also to add insult to injury in a sort of sorted little ways, some of the DRMs, as you all know, that if you take some music CDs and put them onto other CDs, you find that they won't play because their DRMs are the fact that they conflict with each other. And the same is also true for the Blu-rays within the PCs and in other Blu-ray players, except maybe the Sony PlayStation 3, which can download all their latest DRM informations in there. So, and in HAPS, this is what happens. I mean, there are some, let's say, Blu-ray movies that won't work with certain Blu-ray players out there, like, say, Avatar.
Anyway, I'm making this video to talk about the new Avatar Blu-ray and the new Digital Rights Management, or DRM for short, that's plaguing a lot of people with this, including me. I use ArcSoft Total Media Theater 3 or whatever, Platinum, and well, this is my first time installing a Blu-ray drive into my computer. As you can see, I have Bolt in there right now, and it plays perfectly. And well, anyway, I'm gonna take out Bolt and show you what happens with the Avatar movie graphics. Look at that. Remember, I updated all my software, and it's if they just stick with standards and not try and make new copy protection, it would have worked. As you can see, the picture is totally messed.
By the way, I will leave a link to the video so you can watch the whole video and just let you guys know. And I'm trying to give out credit where credit is due. But anyways, yes, as I said, and I think I said this before, but I am well aware that iTunes has DRMs in there as well. But the DRMs are more, how should we say, well, they picked one specific type of DRM instead of having the cholesterol fuck that the DRMs that Blu-ray seems to be having, and I mean it's pretty fucking bad. Um, so there you go. It's not exactly Apple's fault that Apple didn't have Blu-ray, and it's not exactly Apple's fault why they're dumping Nvidia. It's just through a selection of choices and things that have just happened. So I find this a bit to be kind of confusing and odd that Adobe PC would say what he would say, but then again, I have to remember the man is a 40-year-old who likes to complain on certain holidays and then say, they're nothing but retaliation videos. Bullshit. Adobe, you're batshit crazy, and that's my last video to you.